almost there. Well, good morning. It's about 7:30 in the morning. First morning here in Guatemala. I landed yesterday, 12 o'clock. I've been coming here all my life. You would think I would remember that at times there were hour differences, 2-hour differences, and I forgot all about the 2-hour time difference. So checking into the Airbnb was not an option, but fortunately they were very kind enough to allow me to store my luggage there in the room as they finished cleaning it up. And since I'm only a block away from Fontebella Plaza, came straight over to Tre Fratelli, had a nice cold gallo, and I didn't even finish the first one, and the Airbnb was all ready for me to go, so I had to head back. But that was a good thing, because I needed to really get organized and do, you know, the mature thing and arrange all my stuff, unpack a little bit. So I figured I'd just come over to a place that I'm familiar with, that you guys are probably familiar with from the YouTube channel, and that is Cafe Barista. You always come to some place that you feel welcome, and I needed that first sip of Guatemalan coffee, and so yep, here it is, coffee from Cafe Barista, and they actually have an option called the Guatemalteco. I used to always get the Americano, and they got smart. It's like, why are we calling a regular, you know, black coffee that's our coffee the Americano? We should call it the Guatemalteco, and I agree with them. So having my first Guatemalteco, which is Guatemalan coffee. Okay, so after that first terrific cup of coffee at Cafe Barista, I wanted to introduce you guys to someplace new here in Zone 10. Well, not so new. It's been around since 1912, but this is a new location, kind of a French bakery style type place. I think you're gonna love it. It'll be my first time there. You can see here they take such care in preparing your coffee with a beautiful Italian machine. Just lovely, just lovely. Not every place does that. Okay, for our second cup of coffee of the day, I have come to Julia's Bakery, established in 1921 by the owner's great-grandmother, who is still living. This is Julia's great-grandmother, who's turning 103 years old. Can you believe that? There's something in the water. Well, it's the food. Natural eating, a lot of vegetables and fruit with no preservatives. And of course, lots of frijoles negros, black beans, and queso seco y crema de zacapa. I think all that stuff helps the Guatemalans live a long and beautiful life. And the weather doesn't hurt also. All right, so that was a wonderful cup of coffee at Julia's Bakery. I absolutely love that place. Highly recommend that place. I didn't partake in any of the pastries because I do la ayuna, the fasting, so I really can't eat until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But we're on a mission now. We're heading over to the Oakland Mall because they just opened a new DJI store. You know how much I love DJI products. And the one thing that I'm dying to get is the DJI Mini Pro 5 drone. Let's see how much it costs. I don't know. If it's too expensive, I probably won't get it, but we'll see. here we are at the Oakland Mall, and of course in all my childhood excitement to get my hands on this drone, I got here a little too early. I don't know what time they open up malls here, but I see a lot of the stores have their front entrance cages down. I figured like 10 o'clock they would open most of the stores. It's only 9:36, but let's find that DJI store. All right, after a bit of searching, I think I found the DJI store. It's on the very top level of the Oakland Mall. Let's hope it's open. Okay, so there it is. Most of the stores are open, but it looks like it's closed. What? All right, either we'll stick around and wait for them to open, or we'll come back tomorrow to check it out. So I think we just got here too early. Like I said, in my childhood excitement to get my hands on that new Mini Pro 5, I came over right away and the stores are still opening up. Hopefully they open up around 10, not 11 o'clock. If it's 11 o'clock, we're coming back tomorrow. We'll check it out tomorrow. All right, after a third cup of coffee, I don't need any more coffee today. Looks like the lights are on at DJI, so let's head on in. All right, so this is the new DJI store here in Oakland Mall. It's impressive, it's beautiful. Kind of reminds me of an Apple store or something like that. And here they have everything, the Avata 2, DJI Air 3S, of course what I came for, the Mini 5 Pro, DJI Mini 5 Pro that you can't get in the United States. Ridiculous, but they have it here. Let's see how much it costs. So it costs 9,999 quetzales here. Let's say 10,000 quetzales. That translates to $1,283. I don't know if that's for the creator combo or just the drone. We will see. If that's the combo, that's actually a lot better price than I thought it would be. There's the Mini 3. I didn't know that had sensors on it, avoidance sensors. And this is the Flip, which I think is a flop for DJI. I wouldn't buy that. Nor would I buy, oh no, I would buy this, the Neo. But since I already have the Hover Air, I was like, it's kind of overkill. It's kind of the same thing, buying something you already have. I think I'll wait for the Neo 2 to come out, which is supposed to come out in November, I think. And this is the Osmo Nano, which is sort of an action camera. It's kind of like my Osmo. I don't know. I don't do a lot of action shots. And I thought this would be funny to film. This kind of looks like my Mini Pro 3 after I destroyed it. Not sure why this is on display, but that's what my drone looked like after the crash. So yeah, super cool store. Very impressed. As I say, Guatemala does everything better to me. Okay, so I thought that was a pretty fair price for the whole combo. You get the combo for $1,284, $83, something like that. I'm going to have to check on Amazon and see what they're charging for the combo, but I have a feeling it's much more than that. Okay, one thing you will discover with this mall, it is a labyrinth. It's like a maze. I've been spending the last 20 minutes trying to figure out how to get out of this mall. They have escalators going up and down in every direction. And just when I think I have the right one, I'm down in the basement with the garage, or I'm upstairs by the food court. So we're going to continue the search here. Hopefully we find the down escalator soon. Right, just when I thought they might lock me up with the cleaning staff, I finally found the exit here to this mall. I was getting worried there for a second. Okay, so we are just leaving Oakland Mall. I just got a call from my cousin Paul, and he let me know that the Ravens are playing tonight, Thursday Night Football. I thought they were playing on Sunday against the Miami Dolphins. So we made plans to get together tonight, probably at Montano's for cigars and some rom sacapa to watch the game. I get lucky every time I come to Guatemala. I always get to join him, because he's a Ravens fan, for a great game. Go Ravens. We're going to win tonight. The Airbnb where I'm staying at, the Aeon, has a swimming pool, jacuzzi, this wonderful club area with bar. I will admit, though, I don't think pools get that much use in Guatemala because of the land of the eternal spring. The weather's so perfect, that perfect 72, 75 degrees, that it can be a little chilly to go for a swim, unless the water's heated, of course. All right, I felt like the swimming pool was just a little too cold for me, so I got into the jacuzzi, hoping that would be a little warmer. It is a little warmer, but unfortunately it's out of order. I think they have somebody trying to fix it now, but yeah, I don't think I'll be doing laps today. I did get a workout in the morning, and the gym was pretty nice, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, I'm just leaving to head over to Fontebello to meet Paul so we can watch the Ravens game, Ravens versus Dolphins, Thursday Night Football. Big shout out to the Ravens Roost, watching the big game from Guatemala City. All right, next thing, we have to get some cigars for the Ravens game this evening. I was a little paranoid about bringing cigars from the U.S. this time, and one of my favorite places, La Casa del Habano. So here they have a great selection of cigars from all over the world. Of course, Cuban cigars. Dominican tends to be my favorite. So let's pick something up really nice for the Ravens game on Thursday Night Football. I think we're going to go with one of those for tonight. So mission accomplished. We managed to get our cigars. Okay, so this is a very cool sports bar. I'm impressed. And look, there's Baltimore's very own Babe Ruth. Born just about 3 miles from my house. Okay, you gotta leave it to Uncle Sam. You know, when it comes to American sports, look at this primo VIP spot we found here. And we can smoke cigars as long as we're by the window. Perfect TV. And Paul has the travel humidor I gifted him. When was that? Last year or the
year before?
The year before?
So. Yeah.
And fortunately, he also brought his torch because I was too afraid to bring mine because they confiscated last time in Cartagena. And you know me, when I'm in Guatemala, I have to have my Bolivar. So we're starting with that.
Walk about 3-4 miles every day. We at least did 10,000 steps a day.
All right, cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah. That's the small pitcher here in Guatemala. Beer with salt, it brings out the flavors. And of course, limoncito, manillas. That's the way it's done. Now that's how you do nachos. We were thinking of getting a pizza also, but wow, those are nachos loaded. Yeah! Woo! Good morning, day 2 here in Guatemala. It's a little bit overcast this morning. We had 2 glorious days of sunshine prior to this, so I cannot complain. I cannot complain. But had a fantastic time at Uncle Sam's yesterday. That was a neat little sports bar with the sports memorabilia inside the glass windows, you know, with the picture of the athlete. I have a cousin's son that has a sports memorabilia business where he sells, you know, signed items and original items that, who knows, like, I don't know, I've seen him with Messi jerseys and Tiger Woods clubs. He has a little bit of everything, You should look him up. Sebastian is his name. I will put the link to his sports memorabilia business at the bottom of this video. But we are about to head out and find ourselves a proper cup of coffee. I tried making coffee here. I think it's instant coffee. Oh, no. That will not do. Especially after that experience yesterday at Julia's Bakery. Wasn't that a wonderful place? A very French Parisian style. I love the red facade as you walked in. The decor with the white and black marble was just fantastic. And even the seating was sort of that Art Deco 1920s era furniture that you would have seen in Paris when all the great writers were all hanging out there on the big promenades like Hemingway and F. Scott Fitzgerald, people like that, Picasso. Traffic looks pretty light. I'm looking down at the streets. For a Friday, it looks pretty light, so we should have no trouble heading over there. And now all I have to do is put on cologne and we're heading out. I'm thinking of trying to wear this one today. I love this cologne back in Baltimore, but it's really more of a summer cologne, so I brought it with me. It's one of my favorites. Acqua di Parma, Fico de Amalfi. Think citrus, bergamot, figs, of course, but not ripe figs. Think green figs, figs on the tree still, the leaves, the branches that you would smell as you're strolling down the Amalfi coast. It's just a beautiful, beautiful scent. Every time I wear it, it makes me very happy. It makes me very, very happy. So beautiful, clean, fresh, with that little sort of sweetness, not overly sweet, of the figs, right? Well, Acqua di Parma, I'm one of your biggest fans, so I also have your Colonia and your Essenza, and so, hey, if you're looking to sponsor me, I could use a brand deal. It would be great to get one from you guys. I use this all the time. And you gotta love this little walking guy allowing us to cross the street. Why can't we get something like this in the United States? It's pretty cool. In Guatemala City, you have to be careful crossing the streets. It's kind of every man for himself here. When you see an opportunity, you gotta go for it and get across. All right, we made it. So let's head over to the hotel zone here and try to find a taxi cab, because at the Camino Real, they always overcharge. We'll get a better price with a taxi over here in front of the Holiday Inn or the Hilton to head over to Zone 14 and see if we can't find a really cool coffee spot. All right, we are now in Zone 14. I remember in the last video, I had promised you I was going to come over to Zone 14, but when I asked the taxi driver over by the Camino Real, he wanted like 100 quetzales. This taxi driver only charged me 60 quetzales. That's a more fair price. Probably the easiest thing is, and even cheaper, is to call an Uber when you're here in Guatemala. You know, they tend to be a little bit more economical. But when you just want to go, I'm kind of an impatient guy. I just want to go. I don't feel like waiting. I always look for a taxi driver de confianza, right? So, and they will always give you their name and their number. They want to be your personal taxi driver for your whole trip here. But come on, let's head on into Tiffany Plaza. Looks like where I had a beautiful dinner with my cousin Raul and Stephanie, his girlfriend, that this used to be Don Emiliano's, but now it looks like it's Montano's. So we can't escape Montano's, but come on, let's head in, and maybe there's a cool spot for coffee inside. Todos de Hogsworth, aquí. Harry Potter. Oh, qué bonito, qué bonito. That was really cute. All the people over there dressed up like Harry Potter for Hogsworth. It is Halloween. And Guatemalans are just, they're happy people, right? They want to celebrate all the time. So I thought that was really cute. So YY was pretty good. It was pretty good. I think their slogan is tasty and healthy. Kind of not my jam. It was sort of in the back of the mall, kind of dark over there. I wanted a cafe where I could take you guys where we would be at least be in the sunshine, right? So, but they had some good selections. They had acai bowls. It was more of a breakfast, a healthy breakfast place. It all looked very, very, very delicious. But I really wanted sort of an outdoor cafe, so we'll continue the search here. So I just asked someone, and the taxi driver dropped me off at the wrong plaza. This is not Tiffany Plaza. I think it's called Decima Plaza. But man, like everything in Guatemala, super elegant. So one thing I will tell you about Zone 14, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And if you think Zone 10 is luxurious, Zone 14 is like Zone 10 but on steroids. It is really one of the more well-to-do zones here in Guatemala. Safe to walk, you don't have to worry about anything happening to you, and full of great restaurants, beautiful homes, but we're on foot, so we're not going to do a home tour like I did in Mystic. But this is what I mean when I say, you know, you're missing out if you don't come and stay in Guatemala City and you just head straight to Antigua or you go off to Atitlan. You're missing so much beauty, so much culture, so much sophistication that Guatemala City has. It's just beautiful, beautiful. If you make your way to Zone 14, you have to stop at Monticelli. I had dinner with my cousin Maritza here in the last video. I think it was the one where I said, let's weekend Guatemala together. And this is like northern Italian cuisine. Beautiful decor inside. Highly recommended if you want a great, great northern Italian style dinner. And look who I found in front of me. I'm sure Luca and Murphy are missing me back home. This is cool seeing a couple Samoyeds here in Guatemala City. All right, so I just called an Uber. That's probably the easiest way to get around here in Guatemala City. Looks like it's going to pick me up in front of El Tigre, the sushi place here at Tiffany Plaza. And it's about, what, 3 minutes away? It says it's 3 minutes away, so we'll see. All right, I think this is our Uber right here, the white Mazda. Awesome. Perfect. Kevin? Hola. Hola. All right, so you see how easy that was? The Uber came right to the front of the Tiffany Plaza, and we are on our way back to Zone 10. Nice and air-conditioned here, so I appreciate that. And my driver, Kevin, even asked if the music was okay. They're so polite here. I absolutely love the people here in Guatemala. Okay, next stop, La Torre. Let's see if they have my hairspray. Okay, this is La Torre. This is your typical supermarket here in Guatemala. This is kind of more the Harris Teeter level, or perhaps Trader Joe's. Used to be Pice was the fancy supermarket, but I think La Torre has taken over. All right, I think this is the aisle we need. All right, on the way home, let's make a quick stop at Super 24, kind of like our 7-Eleven back in the United States, to resupply our gallo. And by the way, mission accomplished on finding the hairspray. Not a brand I've used, a little fancy for me. I do remember the old commercials back in the day. Resume, ooh la la. We'll see how ooh la la it is. Okay, so we are done with our workout. I had a wonderful, wonderful workout down there at the Aeon Club, and then a nice breakfast at the Clarion. It looks like you're in the middle of the Peten jungle right there. It's pretty cool. But anyway, I digress. We're going to have a great day today. We're going to get things started off down at a new coffee shop called Happy, and then my cousin Raul's coming to pick me up at 9 o'clock. It is 7:30 right now. Looks like another cloudy day. I had a lot of luck in the beginning of the week, but these last 2 days have been a little bit overcast and chilly. So that's why I'm wearing another vest again today. And since I showed you what cologne I went with yesterday, I figured why not? I'll do it again today. This one's a hard one to pronounce. L'Eau Quayam. But basically what it is a clone of Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille. I don't know if you ever smelled Tobacco Vanille. It is just a smoky, leathery, a lot of depth to it. It's more of a night cologne, but I don't know. With the weather being a little overcast and a little cold, kind of put me in the mood for a sort of a more masculine, less citrusy, daytimey type cologne. So yeah, we'll do not too much. You can overdo this one, but yeah, we'll go with this one today. But we are heading off to look at some of his new projects. These are new, smaller houses. Remember the glass house? If you watch that video, that's a larger project. He's trying to build some more economic houses, things that more people can afford here in Guatemala. I think it's going to be a fun day. So come on, let's go get that coffee, and we'll head out and wait for Raul to pick us up. All right, we are at Happy Superfood. I told you I'd bring you here. Having our first cup of Guatemalan coffee, nice and hot, no sugar, no cream, black like I like it. This is a cute, cute little place. You might miss it. It's here in Fontebella Plaza, but you might miss it if you don't wander around to all the nooks and crannies that are hidden away. There's lots of little secret spots in Fontebella Plaza. What I like about it is the open air concept. I absolutely love these hanging sort of hammock chairs. I don't know what you would call them, these wicker chairs that are suspended from the ceiling here. And the decor is really nice. It's really nice. I love the thatch ceiling. Reminds me of like a little pueblo in Guatemala. And the swings for seats. Pretty cute, pretty cute. And what they offer is really healthy options for a coffee shop, right? So there are Kai bowls, there are healthy breakfasts, healthy sandwich, there's vegan options. They do mega bowls of hummus and beautiful watermelon sugar, feta salads. So very nice, very nice. It's nice to have a different option other than the typical pastries like croissants and cookies and muffins. And yeah, this is a neat spot. This is a neat spot. Another option for coffee when you're in Guatemala City. Okay, so we're gonna wrap up this video for now. This is just the first video. If you think this is the last, think again. This is just the first video in a series of videos that I'm doing, that I'm producing, showcasing the beauty of Guatemala City. The things that people miss when they go straight to Atitlan or they head to Antigua. We're also going to Antigua because we're gonna go to my niece's wedding. It's gonna be a beautiful, spectacular wedding there in Antigua. You won't wanna miss those videos because that's gonna be also a series of videos. Then we head off to Lake Atitlan, to my cousin's beautiful lake house there. That's going to be a romantic, it's heaven on earth right there. It's heaven on earth. Then we're going to take a visit to these small towns, the little green places, the little pueblos that never seem to get any love on YouTube. We're going to ride horses. We're going to sing rancheros on the river.
We're gonna eat taquitos and drink gallo at the little stands, and we're even gonna check out a little poppy foot game in one of these little small towns. So if you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. You're not gonna wanna miss a thing. This is gonna be just the best, I think, videos that you've ever seen on Guatemala. At least the best that I've seen when I look at other videos about Guatemala. And I love you all. I appreciate all your support. And I can't wait to see you all on the next video.